E.N.D here. Let me present you with a particular scenario. It's your first turn, turn 1, nothing yet is played, and you're going to put in play an island, a basic island, and let's put it there. Now, I'm going to cast Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal, 0 mana value, which means that I can cast and play Lotus Petal without tapping any land. And has tap, sacrifice it, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool, play this ability as a mana source. So I'm going to put Lotus Petal in play. In this scenario, with this particular board, an island and a Lotus Petal, can I cast E.N.D, Lurker of the Loch? Can I? I give you a couple of seconds to think, and you can also pause the video if you need more thinking. I would appreciate if you can leave your answer in the comments below. Probably some of you answered no, and probably some of you answered yes. If you answered no, I'm sorry, you are totally wrong, because yes, with this board, you can cast and play E.N.D, Lurker of the Loch. And the reason is simple, because there is a particular order you need to follow when casting a spell. To cast a spell is to take that card from where it is, usually your hand, but can be your graveyard, or from exile, or the command zone. Put that card on the stack, determine the cost, and pay its cost, so it will eventually resolve and have its effect. In my case, I can cast E.N.D, Lurker of the Loch, because I will follow the correct order of casting this spell. Take my card from where it is, it was in my hand. Put it on the stack. Note that E.N.D costs 1 less generic mana to cast for every artifact I control, or as we used to call it, affinity for artifact. Because E.N.D costs 1 less generic mana to cast for every artifact I control, and because, as you can see, I still control Lotus Petal, to cast E.N.D I require 1 blue and 1 generic mana. Pay its cost, so that it will eventually resolve and has its effect. And to pay the cost, what I'm going to do, I'm going to tap my island for 1 blue mana, and I'm going to sacrifice Lotus Petal for the other generic mana. Now I have enough mana to cast E.N.D, Lurker of the Loch. At this stage, my opponent or opponents can respond if able. If nothing happens, the spell resolves and E.N.D will enter the battlefield. A very important note, during these steps, announcing the spell, determine the cost, and pay the cost, you have priority, and your opponent cannot respond until the spell is casted. Therefore, your opponent cannot destroy the Lotus Petal in response of announcing the spell. So this is the correct order of casting a spell. It's very important to understand how exactly it works, because as you have seen, it can help you casting certain spells earlier than you thought. I hope you learned something new with this video, and as always, here's the subscribe button. Subscribe for my channel for more and more interesting videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.